Hey friends, if you're holding coins and they haven't gone up yet, just chill out, all right? I've given you the framework already. I don't tell you to buy anything or do anything. I'm just telling you how I see it. And I mean, the evidence is pretty clear. There is product market fit basically on a timer. So crypto participants who come in, they want a narrative to participate in. Things that were cool in 2013, like faster Bitcoin, such as Litecoin, they then become cycle number 1 in the first one. Yay, big moves. Then cycle 2, they slow down. Cycle 3, they slow down even more. And now here we are today. XRP started as a big payment solution alternative. It had a big burst, cycle 1, cycle 2. But then cycle 3 is a curse. All right, so you got to be aware of these things. Alternative layer 1, friends, for example, was a new cycle thing, alternative Ethereum chains in 2021. So I think if you have a good edge, you'll still do okay, but you're not going to do anywhere near what the big guys received back in 2021. So that's why I like Pulse Chain, for example. It is alternative Ethereum, but it's a new cycle coin. It's new people versus maybe people bag holding Phantom and all this other stuff. I guess we'll see at the very, very end. There's going to be a few unicorn winners, of course, but for the most part, it's not going to be. But I just want to show you the evidence, right? So look at artificial intelligence is cycle 1 narrative and have product market fit. Look at the AI coins, friends. They've all broken the highs. I mean, not even me making it up, right? So look at cycle 1, BitTensor. Cycle 1, Render. You see that? Broken the high. What about this? Bang, broken the high. This is Fetch. What about this? Bang, broken the high. Singularity. You see that? You're like, oh, wow, I'm starting to see, okay, people want AI coins. But here's the thing, man. Back in 2020, the thing was DeFi. So if you're still holding DeFi, you have, for example, the HEX chart. You can't even see it, right? Pretty much what it's done. It's done, like, it's basically not even moved by comparison. You have 55 cents. Now, here's the thing. If HEX was one coin, it would be around 5 cents. So it would still be like, it would be down here, all right? It'd still be down, like, up to here, which is still nothing, right? It's still like a 10x to get to the all-time high. So that's why I want to tell you, like, you might say, oh, let me get into AI coins. No, just chill out. You're FOMO buying the top of them. You're FOMO buying the top. It doesn't mean you've won. You had to be a visionary. So what I'm basically telling you is the person, okay, Richard Hart was a visionary in 2019. He could see that DeFi, native trustless yield, had such a big product market fit, and he got the narrative right. And guess what? HEX did tremendous because of it, right? HEX did an enormous run, and HEX was like one of the best performing DeFi coins of that narrative. That's why I did a 10,000x from that low, and nothing can take it away from that, all right? But now it's not the newest thing on the block anymore. Okay, so you can actually go back. This is like Bitcoin, right? Bitcoin up here. And you even look at HEX, friends, you know, of course, yes, it did the big run from the very, very bottom back as one coin. There you go, 10,000x here and there. Actually, here we go, 10,000x. So that's, you can see that right now. So that's basically what's been happening. Now, people will say to me, well, why should I even bag, hold old stuff, whatever? Look, man, firstly, I don't know what happens next. I'm just telling you, I already planned for this. It's too hard to pick a cycle 1 narrative. You had to really believe in it. Like, we knew AI coins existed, but we didn't know they were going to be a narrative this season. We did not know. We knew that. We just knew, like, oh, maybe they're around. We had no freaking idea, man. Now, obviously, everybody regrets it, right? You wish you bought a bit of AI back at the bottom of 2022, don't you? But you really have to believe, man. You know what I mean? So let's think about this, though. How did I plan for this in 2022 and 2023? I knew the chances of you picking a narrative, not high. Not high at all. There's AI, there's decentralized penis, DPIN, there's decentralized science, DSCI. There's restaking, which is just a grift narrative from Igon Layer and all these other trash guys. So basically, all the VC insiders have the coins. They're going to get all the coins. So it's a cycle 1 narrative for their pockets, but public can't participate. All right, but they're the limited ones now. Now, hopefully, maybe Coinbase or something else appears as a new cycle 1 narrative. I don't know. Hopefully, but that's not real technology or anything. That's just kind of like, yeah, we're just going to give you a label. You see what I mean? Now, these things, hopefully they capture everyone's imagination. We don't know. However, cycle 2 narratives, even though, yes, you're not the newest kid on the block now. You aren't. But in every cycle, you still get your payday. However, most of the time, it's diminished, and it makes you wait until the very end. The very, very end. That it makes you wait for its payday back then. All right, so I can go back and show you. This is, look at this. Okay, what I'm going to do is look at cycle 1 narratives, friends, pumped in the Bitcoin halvening gear. DeFi, Hex pumped, Oracles, Uniswap, Dexes, SushiSwap, DeFi, like Aave, Synthetics, all of these. All right, they pumped in the DeFi season year, which is 2020. But once again, they aren't cool and new anymore. And back in 2020, it was only DeFi that pumped. Monero, XRP, old stuff, they did not move that much. And I can actually show it to you right now. If you go back and look for XRP, for example, back then, they did not participate in DeFi. And they just kept bleeding to Ethereum. They just kept bleeding. That's why it's very hard if you're going to punt on all of these, friends. That's why I put a weekly chart just to show you. This is DeFi. Let's go 2020. You see this? What did XRP do in 2020? Nothing. It basically, maximum went up, friends. This was before the corrupt SEC attack. The maximum went up was 3.5x. And from the very, very bottom, zombie virus, it's up like a 5 or 6. From the bottom, that's still like trash. You see? So XRP only did like a 4 or 5x. Synthetics from its low did a 400 or 600x. Aave did like 1,000x from their low. Just to give you an idea of how powerful DeFi season was. That's a cycle 1 narrative, just like what AI coins are doing now. So if you are in a cycle 2 narrative, which includes alternative layer 1s, such as Pulse Chain, which includes DEXs, such as PulseX, and also DeFi yield is HEX. They're cycle 2 narratives. It's part of the DeFi category from back then. If you are a part of that, I'm just letting you know, look, I can't guarantee the future. So you're all in. I'm just presenting information to you. Statistically, they wake up when Bitcoin goes on its final run. The very, very final run. All right, so I can just show you, right? This is March, April up here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you. So what we're going to do is we'll go back to 2021. We'll step there in our time machine. And I'm going to go to cycle 2 coins back then. See? So I want to see how they perform. So this is XRP, for example. So XRP, friends, XRP, you see how April, May 2021. See here? You see this? This is where it did its move. So it went up, bang, up here. April, May, that's Bitcoin breaking that final all-time high, the final alt season. So when all coins start moving, it's the end. It's not the beginning. That's like, I don't care, friends. A lot of people get upset when I tell you the truth. Yeah. Statistically, when HEX starts pumping, the entire crypto cycle is close to being over because that's what's happened in the past. Now, what I'm going to do is as well, I'm going to go back to Litecoin and show you, all right, what did Litecoin do in 2021 at the end? There you go, same thing. This is April to May of 2021 here. See, Litecoin pumps, it's over. And by the way, it didn't even really pump, by the way. Do you know how pathetic this is? Let's look at Litecoin Bitcoin ratio back in 2021. It didn't even do anything. This was your Litecoin pump, man. You see that? That was garbage. All you did was keep up with Bitcoin. Ouch. You see? So there's no guarantee. What about Tron, for example? Tron, remember? Tron was a big, big, big narrative. And here you go. Look at Tron did. Wow. Tron started moving. It was over. April to May. So some coins break the high a bit. Some coins are in line. Some coins are under. It depends what you think is going to be sexy and cool and actually relevant. Now, one of the coins that was relevant was Cardano. We all know Cardano. And I'm going to show you because Cardano was one of the winning unicorns of that cycle 2 narrative play. So Cardano was it's a cycle 2 coin, but Cardano had the alternative Ethereum narrative behind it, boosting it. So even though Cardano was a cycle 2 coin, why did it go this high? It's because Ethereum was expensive. We needed something else. We're like, oh, Cardano, you know what I mean? That's cheap to use. Didn't even have anything on it, no smart contracts. But retail still bought it up. Why? They believed in Charles. So even though, yes, you are cycle 2, but you still did well because you had a cycle 1 narrative boosting you. Now, I am not saying to do this. I'm just saying this would probably be Hex's chart if Hex renamed to like artificial intelligence Hex or something. I'm just guessing. If Hex was, if Richard Hart could make another coin where it just buys Hex 1 for 1, but it uses AI to do anything and retail buys it in, it could be giving you this chart. So this might be Hex 55 cents, drops all the way back down, it breaks it up, and then it goes up to up here, which is literally, this might be like $2.50 Hex or something. Actually, $1.50. Let's actually do this. This breaks the all-time high by 2.3x. Yeah, that might be like a $1.15, $1.20 Hex. $1.20 Hex. That's big, right? That's Hex just itself has 120 billion valuation, non-origin address. So if it has that, that means Pulse Chain and PulseX are even bigger. They have 300 to 400 billion valuation. But see, friends, you don't know what's going to happen. I don't know what Richard's marketing is going to be, but that would probably, in my mind, be if Richard made an artificial intelligence consensus algorithm, and it did that. If PulseX got an artificial intelligence upgrade, and if HEX got an artificial intelligence coins, AI, that's the product market fit. That's what I think would happen. But you don't know what's going to happen. It's probably got some other trick up its sleeve. I don't know. I'll just tell you something as well. Riding off Ethereum trade, I don't think is as effective as that. Because riding off Ethereum and spot ETF and then just buying in, you can see people using it as exit liquidity, as we've seen already. Okay? So even though we need it, you get to see it. So as you get to see, right, as I've just shown you, HEX's chart all the way down here. So look at this. HEX is meant to be, friends. If HEX was an AI coin, just to show you, if HEX was an AI coin, it would be breaking its all-time high already. All right? If it was a meme coin to match the other meme coins from the old cycle, it would be up here. Okay, so AI is up here. Meme coins are here. HEX is down at the bottom. There you go. Because DeFi, I guess that's right. DeFi could not capture retail imagination the same way that memes were able to as well. But don't forget, you got to be new memes. Because, hey, look, SHIB and Doge retraced to 50% of their damage. So if HEX was in the same category as SHIB and Doge, and DeFi comes back, HEX would be at 25 cents now. So I'm just showing you this information out here because I think it's a fantastic use case. Now, I don't know what comes next, but this is how you're just investing for cycle and stuff. That's why, if you notice, I don't go around telling people, get out of this, do that. I don't care. I'm just showing you, hey, I've discovered stuff. This is what the charts say. This is what the narratives around it say. This is the market choosing stuff, right? Not tongue in cheek. It really is. People come in product market fit. It is what it is. And now I'm just going to play for you some gentle Habibi music so you can learn. All right. The next part I'm going to tell you, you know it's true. Main characters, friends. Why do you think they rise so strong and then the market kills them off? It's because main characters, they are able to bink the narrative, headshot, before it happens. They're truly visionaries. Richard Hart, Duquan was DeFi, Algo stablecoins, yield. He was in the same category, friends. HEX is in the same category as DeFi. One of the biggest performing stuff of the last cycles. And why does the market eventually just kill them off? Kind of because, look, these narratives, we think they're forever, but the market is choosing. They go, you're not forever. You're just a season. That's the important part to think about. You're just a season. Now, a lot of people, yes, I know it's hard pill to swallow for everybody in every coin. Yes, there are people with XRP telling me, what do you mean I'm just a season? The world needs payment solutions and we need to fix Western Union and save third world countries. Yes, I know, Habib, you can tell me that, but the market's not saying that. The market's saying that payment solutions are now in cycle number 3, XRP you're in cycle number 4, and you're not cool anymore. Sorry. That's what they're saying. And okay, Litecoin, you're a faster Bitcoin. Market doesn't care anymore. It cared back then, doesn't care anymore. You see that? You know how you're a faster Ethereum today? Well, next cycle, friends, faster Ethereum is going to be cycle 3. So I don't want to buy coins next cycle just because they're on an alternative layer 1. Right? Pulse Chain is that. Pulse Chain will be a cycle 2 coin next cycle, and it will be off cheaper Ethereum. That's cycle number 3. Like I'm asking you, would you buy privacy coins? Would you rotate into privacy coins, all of it into Monero? You go, wait, no, they're old. It's an old narrative now. Cycle number 3 narrative. You see? Not going to go to 0, but the price growth isn't there. So that's why cycle 2 is a sweet spot. Okay, that's the title of this video. Cycle 2 narratives are a sweet spot. Why? Because you don't have to guess. Because if you do your hard work and research, and that's why I tell you to buy in the depression. If you do your hard work, you know there were big narratives before. There's a higher probability that they'll come back for the ghost pump. Now, I don't really want to use ghost pump. It kind of implies they're dead, but it really is appropriate when you think about it. Because it's like, well, you pumped to huge greats in the last cycle. There's one last cigar puff. If everybody in the world out there, friends, 60% of people join for the first time a narrative appears. Then the next is 30% join. So the first is the early innovators, the people who want to rush in, the FOMO people. The second cycle is the next 30%. They're the late majority. And then the final, it's cycle number 3 now, your laggards and your skeptics, where you don't have any returns. That's people buying Litecoin right now. People who are laggards and skeptics, they're touching Litecoin now. you know, and there's many other altcoins out there as well. So that's basically, now you have this framework in here. So yes, you always got to be on the hot stuff. You really do. You really, really do. Because in crypto, the market's choosing, man. It's not me. The market basically says, well, your product, it can easily be copy-pasted by someone else. So you got to have a strong network. And people are constantly trying to join fast-growing networks. So it makes sense. Like if I go through all of these elements, it makes sense. It does make sense, all of these. Once again, I'm not telling you to do anything, like make any decisions. You can do them for yourselves, friends. I'm just letting you know. A lot of people want to say to me, oh, what's your whole intention? I've told you 1,000 times, Habib. Buy in the depression and sell in the euphoria. Play the whole cycle. That is my intention. I've told you 1,000 times. How many times have I got to tell you again? No. Yes, I'm here for long term. But with this information, sweet. I've told you now. I've got, look, here's the thing. Okay. I've still left room. Okay. 5% chance I'm wrong. I've still left room for that. But out of all the odds and all these coins, there's a 95% chance, man, that yes, you are constantly decaying. Constantly. Doge bucked the trend in cycle number in last one as in its third cycle because of Elon Musk. So it did like a 300x. And guess what? Now we don't even know. Maybe Doge is just lagging for the rest of this cycle. We don't know. So this is really, really important to grasp, and it is super important. But cycle 2 is a sweet spot because you don't have to guess. You know you get a good price because you're buying in the depression. You know that, number one. Number two, you know it pumped before. So you know how high it can go. So they're two big advantages. And you can do the work and you have plenty of time to buy them. So you can take your time. But that's 2022 and 2023. You could just keep DCAing HEX and participating in it. Oh no, I'm focusing on HEX just because the other ones, you don't want to touch them. Like HEX is a sweet spot cycle too. But that's why. HEX is in DeFi, but also PulseX is also cycle 2 narrative as well. So if you had to get me to pick, I just had to pick, okay, PulseX is a cycle 1 coin and HEX is a cycle 2 coin. But they're both in a narrative that's cycle 2. They're both from last 2021. Which one am I going to pick? I'm going to pick the cycle 1 coin. It's not me. The market's choosing that. And look, man, I'm just showing you, friends. I'm not telling you to rotate into anything. Please don't trade. Don't do anything. Don't buy, sell. I'm just telling you, look at the big fat arrow. I could see this coming. All right, I got into Pulse and PulseX. Now, this isn't trading. This is once a year macro moves. You see what I mean? In fact, if you want to look at it another way, I've done this for longer than Richard's been in his Ethereum trade. So if I'm a trader, then Richard's a trader. You know, if you want to use that logic. If I've held this thing for longer than Richard holds Ethereum, sweet. Then if you call him, Richard, no, he's investing in Ethereum. Okay, sweet. I'm investing in Ethereum. I'm investing in these too. So look at the thing. Look at this. Okay, how much did the market choose PulseX? Look at that, 79% drop that HEX did against PulseX. But this is, I don't like looking at these ratios, friends. These ratios, they're fake to me because risk off goes up here and then risk on goes down. So what I would rather do is invert it. If you invert it, remember that big arrow I just showed you was Wallet DO1 fading me. There you go. You see, so Wallet DO1 basically fading me. I take the other side of Wallet DO1 here, David versus Goliath, Sammy versus Goliath, and look, it snaps up. Just want to show you, look at the victory that was how much I binked it here. Bang. You see that snap? That's huge. My gosh. 4.8x. So, of course, Richard can go reprice anything, but it's the market choosing. So, once again, do not follow me. Don't follow me. Just because I show you a chart doesn't mean you should follow me. But I also know, like, yes, it's the truth, man. I'm not making this up. You look at this, the ratio. The market said, all right, risk off, we go down. Risk on, we choose cycle 1 coin. You see, we choose cycle 1 coin. This is PulseX. PulseX is when people seek risk. And I told you why. It makes sense, man. People don't want a finished product in a bull market. They don't. They want to speculate. They want to take on more risk. If you have a finished product, you're stable. People don't want that in a bull market. They want something that can be upgraded. PulseX, limit orders, new logos. Maybe you could put AI. Maybe you can do this. Maybe you can do that. You see, that's what they want. And that's why the market chooses it like that. So I'm not telling you to go all in or one or whatever. Once again, I said this 5,000 times because every time, friends, I watch all of you guys on streams. And if you're watching at home, congratulations to you. I just want to share a secret with you guys. Every time I watch people talking about me, criticizing me, doing snarky comments, basically they're just upset at this chart. They're just upset at it. Like they're just like they have no answer for it. And they just keep basically poking the bear when I hear that. I'm like, man, are you watching the same stuff I'm watching? I'm literally just saying to you, hey, I'm just telling you, risk off, risk on. That's it. And I'm not, the information's here, but it goes deeper than that, man, because to admit that this chart exists, you have to admit everything I said was true, which is very hard to admit, which means, just be honest, that thing, whether it's XRP or Litecoin or Hex or Tron or anything, that coin that you really thought was going to be your winner for the next 15 years, that coin, you are seeing the market treat it like a season. It's slowing down. Slowing down. Now, everybody thought this was happening with Bitcoin. Then the Bitcoin ETF happened and things are starting. But hey, it's still happening with Bitcoin. It really is. Who's to say that we're just not going to keep diminishing from here on? That's still very possible. So everyone's probably going to have a mad rush when they realize that later on, and Bitcoin ETF Trojan horse. Okay, so look, my videos aren't for everyone. I don't really care. I don't care. Honestly, friends, just being honest. Yeah, I love you all, but I don't care if you don't understand. I don't care if you turn a blind eye. I don't care if you sell the bottom. I don't give a shit. All I'm just telling you is I'm here to play the cycle. Why? Because the market has told me, it's saying with a megaphone, hello, hello. We want cycle 1 narratives. We don't want cycle 3 narratives. So the longer you hold something, the more that it's just becoming aged over time and it's slowing down. We don't, look, I'm more than happy to change my view if XRP goes to $10 and Tron does a 20x from here and Litecoin does a 40x from here. I'm more than happy. Maybe 20x from here, 20x from Litecoin. If they can do that, and I've got other examples too, if they can all do that, that means they've broken their trend. And that means you just got to hold long enough and you'll kill it. But so far, none of them have. None. Out of like 100 coins, friends, only Doge did well. But here's the thing. People use Doge as an example. You know why Doge went up. Elon shielded it. That's why. It was not on Doge's merit. Elon chose it. So look at all the other coins out there, all the other 99 coins that Elon didn't choose. What happened to them? Zcash and all these, they've never been able to exponentially rise. They did not gain the network effect because people are printing too many coins out there. Too many shit coins are being printed out there with cycle 1 narratives trying to take everyone's attention and grabbing the market demand. So that's everything in a nutshell. I do this for you, friends, because I know there's a few copers out there. There always is, but there are people out there, you're learning. And guess what? I wish someone told me this at the start. But from the bottom of my heart, man, I went and I found, friends, I follow so many people. I watched the people who made 1,000x on synthetics in the last cycle. They shouldn't even be allowed to have a MetaMask login anymore. That's how trash they are. They got no idea what the hell's going on. They fluked it. And they think they're geniuses still. But they're wrestling with themselves. Like, oh, you're trash now. And I hate to use that word, but you're actually trash. You're trash. You sound smart. People sometimes, I'm not going to call anyone out, but like doing all these interviews, you got no idea what's going on. You've literally missed everything completely. You got no idea what's going on. Everything's moving faster and faster. The hungry wolves are coming out. The crypto industry is evolving. Yes, friends, AI is trash. Yes, all these other cycle 1 narratives are trash. I don't care. We know that. I'm just telling you, the market is choosing. Retail is coming in for them. Are you going to tell them that they're stupid and to go buy your coin? Keep doing that. Yeah, maybe 1 in 10 listen to you. The 9 in 10 won't though. They're just going to go, oh, wait a minute. I want an AI coin. Get out of here. So the market is choosing and doing that. Some of this information, it's hard to swallow. But look, we're playing the cycle. Buying the depression, selling the euphoria. When do you buy back in? When there's blood. When everyone's vomiting and bleeding and everything out there. And then guess what? We'll get back in. Maybe it's just going to be Bitcoin and Ethereum split again. And then we're going to wait and see what was a cycle 1 narrative now. We'll buy them as cores next time. AI coins, decentralized penis, whatever they are. Maybe they have adoption stuff. Maybe. We'll see how cheap they get. I want them bottom dollar. Absolute bottom dollar. Look at it. Have you really missed on anything, by the way? You haven't. If you bought in 2022, right, you haven't had any advantage, have you? Because it's the new stuff that started going up. Peppy, dog with a hat, memes, and all these. But like I said, this stuff comes at the very, very end, friends. The very end, that's statistically, I hope so. That's what's happened. Bitcoin breaks the all-time high, and then you get the final pump, the final cigar buff pump. It breaks the all-time high. So this is basically, if you write it here, cycle number 2, narratives re-emerge. There you go. At the very, very all-time high, up here. That's what you're playing for. So the higher probability of success. It's worth getting in more bullets. That's why I tell you all the time. You telling me that this coin's going to do 1000x, you're not bullish, man. You know who's bullish? Me. Why? Because I'm saying, guess what? What if it's only 10x? You better buy more. You better buy more because 10 times your money's a lot. Yeah. If, friends, 10 times your money from today, if you add 1 year of salary, 1 year of living expenses, and you made a 10x, you get 10 years of living to figure out what you want to do. 10 years from that clip. Wow. I spoke to a gentleman the other day. He had 5 grand in some, I think he had like, 4 or 5 grand put in some coin, and he turned it into like 30. He made like 6x, and he's taken it out. That's like almost living expenses for a year for him. I'm like, bro, well now, think about it. Imagine he puts it in Pulse and PulseX, and they do a 10x from here. Think about it. From 5 grand, he basically wins a quick 6x somewhere. Right? And now, imagine that does now a 10. Now, from this one 5K clip, in Pulse and PulseX and earning ink, and if you want, friends, you can throw it in HEX, but I'm just showing you, okay? Just example. He now gets 10 years of living expenses if that plays out. But we're bunny hopping on a cycle 2 narrative, okay? Now, if you guys have any access to cycle 1 narratives and cycle 1 coins, and if you have any idea what's coming on next, please let me know, because that's exactly what we're basically playing for, friends. We're playing for this cycle. Crypto is not reliable enough for multiple cycles, multiple products and stuff, because just it moves too fast. There is no examples of that. You can't tell me, all right, Doge, the 1 out of 100 cases, it went exponential in the 3rd cycle. Sweet, let's go all in on this one thing. You can't, man. You're really playing with fire, and you know it. Now, I hope it all works out, friends. Make sure you like, subscribe. Love you all. Catch you soon.